Tribal Youth Council protests over nearly 2 years of absence of Tribal Affairs Minister in Manipur. Demands urgent action for tribal welfare and development. Chief Minister N. Biren stresses the importance of indigenous people understanding their identity and cautions against vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate Manipur. Koki militants resume violent attacks on Meitei villages in Imphal East after week-long break. Exchange of fire with security forces continues until late night. An Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh submits suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha to discuss 19-month-long ethnic violence in Manipur. Highlights government's failure to address crisis and safety of women. Hello, you're watching IS English News. I'm Jay Xiaoyinao, giving you the news in detail. Expressing discontent over the prolonged absence of the Tribal Affairs and Hills DA&H Minister Letpao Haukim from the state for nearly 2 years, the Tribal Youth Council Manipur TYCM has raised its voice for immediate intervention. The council highlighted that the lack of an active minister has significantly hampered developmental and welfare initiatives for the tribal communities residing in the hill districts of Manipur. In a bid to address the ongoing neglect, the TYCM staged a sit-in protest at Imphal today, articulating their frustrations and emphasizing the urgent need for a dedicated minister to oversee the affairs of the TA&H department. The protest also outlined a 10-point charter of demands aimed at addressing the grievances of the tribal communities in Manipur. Key demands include the timely conduct of ADC elections, filling 2 vacant posts in the council, appointing a member secretary, and regularizing 8 clerical staff of the Manipur State Commission for Scheduled Tribes MSCST. The council has also called for an increase in MSCST's fund allocation from the current 90 lakh rupees to 10 crore rupees, along with a separate fund head under the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. Other demands include the appointment of a separate director for the Tribal Research Institute (TRI), filling vacant posts, and ensuring the continuation of tribal welfare programs under TRI. Protesters raised slogans emphasizing the need for equal development in the hills and valleys and safeguarding constitutional tribal rights. TYCM's General Secretary Robert Gonmei conveyed through the media that the council's primary concern was having an active minister regardless of whether the current minister is replaced, revealing that a memorandum had been submitted to the state government in October, followed by an ultimatum issued on November 25th. The General Secretary warned that TYCM would escalate its agitation if the demands continued to be ignored.
ST Commission se TD Makada TD Minister na look over to wini overseas to wini adu ma hak che mapalam na lebra foreign na lebra adu India ki state krai lebra adu khangre aduna baliba sarkar jina minister singira anatraga minister se mafam je sopi ga thabak se phajana pangthok pi na bodi se koi thungdok sa ni mani.
Indigenous Peoples Cultural Exchange Festival at Chadong in Kamjong District today, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh urged the public to study government records and data on population, geography and demographic imbalances in order to move in the right direction and protect the indigenous population. He emphasized that it was crucial for the indigenous people to understand their identity and recognize the vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate the state. The two-day festival, organized by the Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur under the aegis of Tourism Department, carries the theme, Manipur United by Diversity. Chief Minister Biren Singh, along with other dignitaries, including ministers, MLAs, and officials, unveiled the Monuments of Ages as part of the festival's program. The Chief Minister also visited various stalls set up in connection with the event. The festival kicked off with a welcoming song performed by local village women, followed by a vibrant display of cultural dances and folk songs by various tribes of Manipur. In his address, the Chief Minister expressed concern that the indigenous population seemed to forget that their forefathers had defended the motherland for over 2,000 years. He also highlighted that his government had launched the Go to Hills mission to research the history of the forefathers and locate sites of historical significance, emphasizing the importance of preserving the region's heritage.
TV discussion na yaubiriba platform na nganbiriba sorokta thoga sahiriba mayam nganbiba mayam se hana madu ngandringaida sarkar ki statistics ta hana sangbiyo population da hana sangbiyo electoral roll da hana sangbiyo geographical factor leiriba mayam se demographic ore se da map ta googles ki map ta hana sangbiyo satellite map ta hana naina biyo adu naina madunga government of the report, Biren the report is Lalagadi, Hendowe. Adu Sum Chatana documents yende, bottom issue yende, geographical, demographic imbalance the way you yende, missing handle, kun missing handle issue yende, Karim the yendre dome. A swai the gamma tamakudu, swai the Mungan, swai the gamma tamakudu, swai the Mungan, the Rubalabunadi. Like a Kanunga. Indigenous people can know more.
After a week-long lull, Kuki militants resumed their violent activities last night, targeting Meitei-inhabited villages along the foothills in Imphal East. The attack, which occurred under the jurisdiction of the Yaingangpopi police station, marks the last escalation since December 6. It is reported that the militants, using sophisticated weapons, launched coordinated strikes from nearby hillocks, including Yaingangpopi, Uyokching, Thamnapopi, Uyokching, and Sangaril village, with the primary focus on Meitei villages. The attacks began at approximately 7:30 p.m., prompting a swift response from security forces stationed in the region. An exchange of fire ensued and continued intermittently until around 9 p.m. Despite the intense firefight, there have been no reports of injuries or casualties thus far. The situation remains tense as security forces maintain a heightened presence in the area. aiming to prevent further escalation. Aam Aadmi Party AAP MP Sanjay Singh today submitted a notice for the suspension of business in the Rajya Sabha, seeking a discussion on the ongoing situation in Manipur. In his notice, Singh highlighted the 19 months of ethnic violence in the state, which has led to the destruction of hundreds of homes, the killing of innocent individuals, and the displacement of thousands of families. Sanjay Singh emphasized that the violence, which began in May 2023, revealed the failure of law and order in the state and the government's negligence regarding the safety of women. He noted that women and children have suffered the most during this crisis. He also referred to the brutal incident in Jiribam district on November 7, 2024, where a woman was tortured and killed, describing it as a stark reflection of the worsening situation in Manipur. Sanjay Singh pointed out that despite the Supreme Court's order for the state government to submit a report on the properties damaged by the violence and its rehabilitation plans, no concrete action has been taken thus far. Now it's time for a short break. Keep watching IS News.
Admission open. Honeycomb Foundation School Mongsangi Bore Makongi English ngani kun mga kuntaruki oina academic session day care dagi class 3 fawgi oina admission to hojere. School asi qualified amani train to roba oza singna angang singda tunggia sa uhanduna takpitambiri. Pizari ba kudong saba singa dudi mama mapa sap mana ba angang ani na traga masidagi helabadi ani suba angang oina sada contra discount pizari aduga ahum suba angang oina free admission pizari. Loina na relief camp na traga irang na sokalaba mafam singi damaktadi free admission pizari. Van service jahi ga sana raba sanaport Tina sentence has a classroom sing Luina CCTV camera, January kun English ngani kun mga fawagi manung the admission tawrabadi, Sada Yankay discount pizari, akak never sit Karakaktani, Kudong Saba Silobiho, Nasi Nasima office the Latuna Tanabiho, office hour 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Welcome back, you're watching IS English News. A bomb blast occurred last night at the residence of Laishram Badal Kumar Singh, the former director of Local Fund Audit, located at Tok Khongnang Makong in Imphal East. The explosion took place around 7 p.m. when two unidentified individuals on a mob hurled the bomb before fleeing the scene. While there were no reports of casualties, the blast caused damage to properties in the residence courtyard. The motive behind the attack remains unclear, with no group or individual claiming responsibility for the bombing. A case has been registered at the Porongpat police station, and authorities have launched an investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. Ningol's United Progressive Initiative NUPI, a women's civil society group based in Delhi, partnered with 6 Meitei organizations across India to commemorate the historic NUPI Lal Day yesterday at Polo Ground, Delhi University, GDP Nagar. The participating organizations included Manipuri in Kolkata, Indigenous Manipuri Association Guwahati, Mumbai Manipuri Association NUPI Loop, Meitei NUPI Loop Foundation Pune, Manipuri Meitei Association Bangalore, and Takhil Lema Tengbang Loop from Agartala, Tripura. They even provided an opportunity to learn about the NUPI Lan, which refers to 2 significant uprisings led by Manipuri women against British colonial authorities in 1904 and 1939. The highlights of the event included a marathon race with participants aged 18 to 60, a friendly football match between adult women and young women was also held. Additional activities included patriotic recitation and song competitions in both children and adult categories. Prominent speakers included Ngangom Bala Devi, India's first female football player to score 50 international goals, actress and social activist Soma Laishram, senior journalist Sonia Soren Sangbam, historian Malem Ningthoja, IAS officer Deves Dayal, and MPS officer Lakshmi Thingbaisam. A convention held in Mangalpur, Sonai, as part of the Nupi Lal Day observance, passed resolution to urge the Assam government to extend support in the search for Kamal Babu, a Meitei man from Assam who went missing from inside the army base in Laimakong. The resolution called for immediate government intervention to locate him and bring clarity to the ongoing search. The event, organized by the All Assam Manipuri Women Mairapaibi Coordination Committee and hosted by the Mangalpur village, also saw the hoisting of the committee's flag by its president Konjengbam Ongbi Aruna Devi. Following this, floral tributes were paid to the late leaders who contributed to the region's history. Additionally, the convention resolved to launch a movement for the establishment of a Manipuri Autonomous Council, urging the Assam government to address this demand before the upcoming Assam Assembly elections. Andy Hodambo of Janata College spoke as a resource person, emphasizing the crucial roles of Mairapaibi in contemporary society. President Konjengbam Ongbi Aruna Devi stressed the importance of preserving and carrying forward the spirit of the late foremothers, urging the current generation of women to uphold their legacy.
Moina ima lari hektabi kubi nambi asing sina lan chona namba dagi Manipur kal hogani Manipur ki ipa ipan kal hogani asu main dauna adu bo akoi na lacharaga mogi thongna lingen je akoi da happy raga akoi sungasi Mairapaibi haina thongna lingen laina chachari basini aduna aikoi gi ima iben kubi nambi se matam punamakta kauthokpi numai kubi nambi ima na Mairapaibi hogokki ban hana di ima sindudi ain khangba khangdabra aigi jati gandaba jade aigi leipa gandaba jade aigi icha gandaba jade iwa gandaba jade na chongtho imya ba tem bai na chongtho imya khulai chu leiram bana te ba pisa tem do matam du da pai ra ga chongtho ga angres ka lan chongnari mi hai ba.
During a Nupi Lal Day observance at Kamranga in Kasar, the All Assam Manipuri Mairapaibi Apunbalup Ampal passed a resolution urging the central government to take decisive action to end the ongoing violence in Manipur and to implement the complete sealing of the Indo-Myanmar border. The resolution highlighted the pressing need for peace and security in the region. The event was graced by the president of Ampal, Benny Mishra, who attended as the chief guest. He also had the honor of hoisting the organization's flag to mark the occasion. In addition, affiliation certificates were distributed to 31 units of Mairapaibi, further strengthening the organization's presence and reach. The event saw participation from notable figures including Oinam Maniton, Paunam Arun, Laurembam Dhirendra, Seram Herajit, Tampak Mayum Saluddin, Provabati Sharma, Benubal Singha, Serangthem Pradip, and Laurembam Surendra, among others, who contributed to the discussions and resolution of the gathering. As the Christmas season approaches, BD Waring, who had been served as both MP and MLA, has appealed to the state government to consider releasing the salaries, allowances, and monthly pensions of its employees ahead of the scheduled date to support their preparations for the upcoming festive season. In his statement, Waring highlighted that similar to the advance release of payments during the Ningol Chakoba festival in October 2024, an early release of funds for Christmas would help employees make necessary arrangements for the holiday, which is an important occasion for the Christian community. Waring expressed that early disbursement of salaries would bring joy and relief to the state's workforce, contributing positively to the overall festive spirit. He emphasized that such a gesture would reflect the government's commitment to the welfare of its employees. In addition to this, Waring called upon the Consumer Affairs Department to closely monitor and control the price hikes of essential commodities during the Christmas season. He noted that past year have seen a significant increase in prices of food items, gifts, decorations, and other essential goods, creating undue hardships for common people, particularly those from low-income backgrounds. Variants stress that this price hike should be addressed to ensure a stress-free holiday for all residents. "18-year-old Grandmaster DEC created history by becoming the youngest chess world champion in history after beating Ding Liren in the 14th round of the World Championship clash in Singapore yesterday. On becoming the youngest player ever to claim the prestigious title, Chief Minister Anne Brain, in a statement on X, congratulated DEC for his remarkable achievement of winning the FIDE World Chess Championship 2024. The Chief Minister praised DEC's victory, highlighting how it has brought Indian chess to the global stage. He expressed that the achievement serves as a source of inspiration for young aspiring chess players across the country. Chief Minister Brain also extended his best wishes to DEC, looking forward to more milestones in his future career. Before we end, the headlines once again. Tribal Youth Council protests over nearly 2 years of absence of Tribal Affairs Minister in Manipur. Demands urgent action for tribal welfare and development. Chief Minister Anne Brain stresses the importance of indigenous people understanding their identity and cautions against vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate Manipur. Kuki militants resume violent attacks on Meitei villages in Imphal East after a week-long break. Exchange of fire with security forces continues until late night. An Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh submits suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha to discuss 19-month-long ethnic violence in Manipur. Highlights government's failure to address crisis and safety of women. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching IS News.